Wow.
Trash to Cash Podcast, episode 52. It's been a year.
What year we've done
Trash
this.
to Cash. Carrie and me have done it for a year. Kevin phoned it in and sort of did it for a year.
He doesn't even do all the episodes. He's such a diva.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm Dave, the NC Picker. Next to me is Carrie, the American Arbitrage, and down below is Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker, Flipper, Builder, whatever else channels he has.
Nation, whatever that guy is.
See, I personally only carry one channel at a time, unlike Kevin.
Yeah, he's half-assing a whole bunch of channels at once.
Imagine how good of a reseller you can be if you didn't have 7 jobs.
That's true. And you know what? We had a lot of reselling type stuff go on in our lives this last 7 days.
Yeah.
We are late. Let's apologize for that first. We're late because someone exited our Patreon, one of our VIPs, and we're like, you know what? Fine. We're just going to do it a day late.
Is that what happened?
You know what? If Eastward Collectibles is going to bail on us, we're just going to...
Yeah. You gave him a shout out for bailing. That's bad business.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. Leap it.
Well, we did mess up his shout out once. I think that's why he did it. We kept calling him Rob and not his business name. So he said he couldn't write it off properly. But you know what that means? There's a free spot on the VIP level. Kevin, you got to unbuckle that shirt, buddy.
To doing that thing.
Yeah. Well, every time it rubs against your collar, it makes
you just want to see me take this off.
It's quite legitimately
is
like...
that a British Bulldog shirt?
No, it's his DeSantis shirt.
Let's not go political.
Okay, so I live in Florida, so I see his signs everywhere. But yeah, we should still shout out our top tier patrons. Carrie, do you remember them yet? Do you have them memorized?
There's my main man, the biscuit to the butt.
Yep.
Archie.
Yep.
How you doing, brother?
And
biscuit butt in the house.
And then Parker County Picker.
Yep. The only picker in Parker County.
Can we put this like 2/3 of the way through?
Raise Heck Resell.
No, I guess that's a no.
Side Hustle Preacher.
Do we have to say raise
Tanya.
Heck?
No, you can say it right.
Well, I mean,
and Sales by Tony. I like making them feel. I like making them feel awkward about their channel name. It's actually really fun for me.
We got a small version of Don's hand that I keep next to me at all times.
Okay. Thank you, VIPs. Okay, we'll go past it now. Now, when we do have to look at the reviews a little bit later too, because I did offer free bubble bucks, I think.
Oh yeah,
which was a crazy.
Gave out a lot of that. Joel is gonna go bankrupt.
You saw that? Yeah, we're at the. Okay, so guys, let's start at the beginning. Anytime you have a story, you should start at the beginning, unless you started at the end.
Why start now?
We went to the. I'm convinced, Carrie, your headphone mic is working instead of your normal mic, but it's not terrible. I'm just, something you can look into while we talk. But anyways, we went to the Prison to Profit reseller meetup, Kevin and I, and Carrie went and visited the Boss Reseller Remix We Rich, I think is what it's called, right? The Remix We Rich.
I'm at the Rich Remix right now, the Boss Reseller. Yeah, it's posh. It is posh, I must say.
I'm just glad that you got in for free. Carrie totally scammed them. It's so
I
good.
want to know this story. So I think I've got it figured out how it happened, but I want to know who.
I got Dimple, so I just smile and things can happen. But no, what happened was I went to last night. There was a thing at the Cat's Meow, which is a place in downtown Vegas, like a bar. That was a get together, a meet and greet, and everybody was like, "You got to come, Don. You come on down. We want to meet y'all." And then I walked in, and they had an extra ticket and gave.
They're like, "Carrie, American Arbitrage is here." And
oh my gosh, it was
why
insane.
Aren't you going?
I was signing babies. I don't even know how they got I don't know how they got babies into the bar. Number one.
Is this like when the Goodwill guy showed up at FlipCon and Josh is like, "I guess I got to give him a ticket." It's like, oh, Carrie's here.
Yeah, I didn't see that Goodwill. That Goodwill guy he can't travel this far west. He has to in that region.
Yeah.
So do you have a non-disclosure? Can you tell me who gave you the ticket?
Well, I got one from Vicky. I think it's okay to say she's one of the people who runs it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's
so it was guilt. Like
had she heard of you, Carrie? Had she already heard of you?
I think she'd heard of me from other people. I don't know if she'd actually watched any of my stuff.
They're like they're like, "Hey, Vicky, that guy over there, he's somebody."
No, but I walked in. I walked in, and like within the first 2 minutes, I got a ticket. So it's not like it was like later on in the evening. I walked in, and it was like. So I went to it.
I have a question. No. I have a question, and this is how I know how Carrie really got in. I'm just gonna go ahead and guess. Carrie walks in holding not one, not two, but 3 degrees.
Oh, I have
3 degrees. Hey, look at all these degrees. I'm a college guy.
I wasted them all. They're all a waste. What a waste of time.
Should be. Hey, somebody should do that. That's a great.
That's
idea.
a drinking game. Yeah, that's a drinking game.
Right. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But I think you should have like a reseller academy, and then hand out reseller degrees and. Maybe Dr. Lori could hand them out.
Do that trashy awards first before we put too much on our plate.
That's true.
Let's not.
That's a good point. That's
okay, so
happen someday.
Carrie, I listened. So Carrie's a trader. He went over to the Let's Do Lunch podcast, right?
I did.
And it just
awesome.
And I'm pretty sure the only reason he was there was to talk about his degrees. I think that's the only reason he attended the show.
It's a premiere, Dave, and you weren't listening because you probably were working. And I was trying to ship down there, and I'm listening to the premiere, and I'm like, you hear Carrie talk about his degrees. I'm like, oh, here we go again. And then I heard it again.
Dude, it was 5. It was 5 mentions, Carrie. 5. I counted it.
No
5 mentions. 100%. You mentioned your degrees 5 times. I counted. Me and Elijah counted.
So I
spent a lot of money on those. Let me say that I got them at the very least. Seriously, out of pity if nothing else.
I'm in the comments, and I'm like, next time Carrie says degree, you have to drink. And sure enough, 3 more times Carrie says degree.
Now, and Carrie, no offense intended. Now that I've said that, I can be incredibly brutal here. But just because you have the degrees, at one moment you mentioned that you had the degrees so you could get a real good job. That's not really how jobs work. You can't just say, "Hello, look at what I have."
You're talking to
Depends
the guy
on what degree.
You're talking to the guy immediately after college who never got a real job and started picking. I know that they didn't help at all.
The work ethic's actually an even bigger factor.
You're talking to the guy who doesn't miss a day on YouTube right here.
That's true.
Every
You don't.
single day. You talk about my work ethic. I crush you with my work ethic.
Yes.
Okay,
from the bed.
So Carrie went on the Let's Do Lunch podcast. It's a decent podcast. I mean, it's not trash to cash, but they're trying, and it's not as bad as that crappy reseller clickbait podcast, Jimmy.
I was talking to Jim today. I gotta see him. Stop it.
He won't see this until tomorrow. It'll be fine.
I gotta see him tomorrow.
Well, I'll text him and tell him to cut to this part and listen to your thoughts on him.
I think he's wonderful. You're wonderful, Jimmy.
Carrie told me to say the terrible thing. Wait, I'm too hot. My mic's too hot. I'm gonna push it away a little bit.
My wife told me that the last episode was the best episode just ever. It's hilarious. But
Really?
I'm still too low, and you two are still too loud, and occasionally Carrie breaks her eardrums.
You have the internet. You have a laptop. Buy a Blue Yeti and get on our level, bro. What are you waiting for?
I don't have good internet. I don't know what you're talking about. Today
I bet
it didn't
you
work at all.
We need to try it. We need to try to do a live.
Well, you come up here and
you and me need to test StreamYard for recording StreamYard like this, not live StreamYard, and just see if it works. Okay, anyway.
I need a camera too.
Go to your local Starbucks and do it. I had to upload my videos when I was there at the local
Carrie,
Starbucks.
do you remember the local Starbucks is 30 minutes away?
Yeah, it was in Lynchburg.
Less than local Starbucks.
Yeah, 30 minutes, man. You got time. What else are you doing?
Okay, so Carrie's on this podcast, and they start asking him a series of questions. You heard this, right, Kevin?
I was
non-reseller questions.
Yeah, they're like, and it's just so funny that not only does he want to brag about his degrees, but every positive question he has to choose. Carrie, who do you think's the smartest from Trash to Cash podcast?
Me.
Carrie picks Carrie. Who's the best looking? Carrie picks Carrie.
Yes. Is there a debate?
Who's the best reseller? Carrie picks Carrie. Again and again and again. Carrie picks Carrie. No, you picked Carrie for every question.
No, he picked me for that one.
Yeah, but that's just because he didn't want to offend you because you're so old.
It's an act. I was masking my insecurity by saying that. I don't
bring me on. Bring me on the Let's Do Lunch, and I'll answer honestly, guys.
I want you to answer. I want you to mention how many degrees I have at least 6 times.
I will happily offend Kevin or Carrie. Carrie was trying to not offend me, not offend Kevin, all at the same time. So he's just picking himself. I'll just be honest.
People who don't know the behind the scenes of the podcast, you two are volatile. You two are egomaniacs, and I am here to be the level-headed, yes man, the guy who just goes with the flow.
Okay, all right.
I actually was struggling with the who is the smartest, because honestly, you two are some of the smartest guys I know.
No,
I don't know.
And I find myself to be very smart as well, so it's hard for me to pick a smartest. Carrie's probably got the no. Kevin's probably the book learnedest. I said learnedist, so I guess I'm in third now.
Yeah, you would be.
I don't know Spanish. I don't know Spanish, and I only have
That's a tough one.
degree.
No hablas. No hablas.
None of the three of us are brain dead, as far as I know.
So,
true.
Carrie, reseller remix. You told me you were spreading the trash to cash gospel there.
Yes,
so how
I
many
am.
of these bougie resellers even knew who us trashy resellers are?
They were impressed by the fact that we may or may not, in the near future, have a poop-based sponsor.
Oh, we
that.
do. Actually, I don't think I've
Really-
gotten payment. I don't think I've gotten payment yet, but as soon as
No,
I
I'm
do,
pretty sure we're
poop-based
getting
sponsor,
payment, yeah. We
I
do
sent
have,
you the PayPal info.
Yeah, let's just say this, guys. It's happening.
It's happening. It's finally happening.
I want you guys to. I want this to be a lesson to you. If you dream big enough, right? If you talk about poop on your podcast enough, you will get into the minds of the poop people. The people who do poop for a living.
The poop people have reached out. We're on our way.
People know us.
Yep.
We're
Carrie
on their
has been
radar.
speaking it into the universe, and it is now coming back.
It is.
We're on the
but
poop
it's
dar.
good for your brand. You're going to enjoy it.
We are on the poop dar. But yeah, so, okay, Carrie, so far, you did a meet and greet, and you listened to some stuff today. Tell us about the event so far.
Well, we went to the Cat's Meow, which is like a piano karaoke
Strip club,
bar.
in Vegas.
It's everything's
Classy,
a strip.
classy event.
Everything in Vegas is a strip bar. And it
Was Harry
you know,
Tornado there? On the
Of course,
no,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
He was a lightweight
on the
drinking a
pole.
White Claw. The only person more of a lightweight than him was me with my Diet Coke.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
who's a lightweight?
Exactly. He's no Kevin. He's not just pounding them all day. Just playing. But yeah, no. It was loud, so it was kind of hard to socialize. I will say that.
So you have to yell to each other?
Yeah, I almost
Hate
lost
that.
my voice, but it was a cool vibe. It would have been better like at the end of the event, maybe just like as constructive criticism, because then everybody kind of is used to everybody, and you can just
That's
sing
it,
and dance
Carrie.
and have
Good,
fun.
good. Get a free ticket from them, and then
No,
Wow.
that was
that's
not
the way
part
to
of
do
their
it.
event, and it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Noted, but I'm just saying I thought about that. And then the event, it was only like a couple sessions today. It wasn't
3,
wasn't
I
much-
think. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Very short.
success or something, and then one on how to sell shoes, which I learned a little bit about. I went and talked to eBay. Like I went up to the vendor booth, and one of the guys at eBay knew who I was. It was insane.
Wow, that's
Really?
kind of crazy.
Ah.
And they wanted me, I got to send you his card because if we have questions about eBay stores, he can help us.
He's like, you're the guy
Wow.
that sells those $4 cards
Yeah, he's
every
like,
day.
He showed me his.
We
'cause
know
I
you.
he showed me his last 90 days, and it's like literally, and I didn't tell him this, but it's like probably 10 times what I do. Which
I'll
is,
show you
know,
mine if you show me yours.
I know you've said that before, but we're on camera right now.
Yeah, not the right time, Kev. Not
Let's
the
talk
right
about
time.
your 90-day total.
Nah, I know what you're saying.
I don't
It's all
know
right, dude.
dog. After last
I know
week,
what you're
and-
saying, Kevin. I get what you're throwing.
My
down,
wife
Kev. Don't
hasn't
worry.
gotten to that part of the video yet. She's not gonna like that.
She likes it. She already sent me 6 names that she wanted to call it, and she gave me some detailed names. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah.
Will Freckle was my favorite.
We have some good ones. We should go check what the names were on the last.
I don't know
video
I don't know how to internet, so I'm not going to be doing that. But listen, we also went to an event, Carrie, and ours was Topgolf.
Yeah,
Very
Topgolf.
reseller centric Topgolf game. So we went to Prison to Profit. The first night we were there, we went out to dinner, went to Cheesecake Factory, and I had something to do with the choice of restaurant, Carrie. I know you're wondering. And did I get a cheesecake? You bet I did.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash down all the fried food.
We got this is the most important part. We got the fried cheese, and then we got the cheeseburger egg rolls. Delicious. Mwah. And then I got the pasta carbonara, and then
nice.
I got the cheesecake. And
You're obviously on keto right now. I can tell.
what's crazy is the pasta carbonara was 2,200 calories. The cheesecake was 1,200 calories.
And he ate it all. And the best part,
That was
Carrie,
just dinner.
You're gonna do some deadlifts after and put on some muscle.
Well, the poop came, is all I'm saying, with them cheese sticks and the cream sauce. Okay, what, Kevin? What were you
The
saying?
worst part, Carrie, is he used up all the money I was supposed to send you for the last
That's what
check we got.
I figured there would be
And
some
Dave
excuse.
spent
Yeah, it's all
it
gone.
down the
It's
line.
all
Cheesecake
gone.
Factory, and he ate everything.
I
It was
also
crazy.
heard that Kevin was the second best golfer at this. That you were not the
Yeah,
best because
he was
you're
not the
very
best.
you're
Yeah.
very sports oriented, arrogant. Some would say, but I heard you weren't as good. Your old man strength couldn't compare to the other guy.
What's
That's
crazy
true.
is he was rocking like the TikTok golfer girl outfit, you know, the short white skirt and like the sports bra, and he's still like, because he said he needed movement or like space.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, Photoshop that for me, please, Kevin.
Yeah.
Gosh.
He was taking a break from his where did you get those jeans you got? Your wife got them probably from Hot Topic, or where did you get your jeans?
Gosh, why am I having a cramp?
Dawn
I'm dying.
wanted me to ask. Dawn literally wanted me to ask if you got your jeans at Hot Topic, your cut up jeans.
So I don't know. I think it's a complex. You guys make me feel so old that my wife's like, you have got to dress like our son who's 19. So I'm like, okay. And so we got some jeans. You just jealous? I look good.
No, yeah, I was jealous, really jealous.
I would pay a lot of money to see Dave dressed exactly like you were dressed. That would
The
have been
problem
hilarious.
was,
I have some on right now. Well, they're not the really holy ones. But,
well, hey,
you know.
thank you for at least wearing pants today. I appreciate
Yeah,
that,
that's
nice,
that
man.
extra
Well
effort
done.
you went into it.
Look at let's see ya.
There's some-
Pants reveal. Look
There
at
you
that.
go.
See, that's
Got
like
a
more
whole-
normal. You
It's
had
like
an aggressive
Kayla
stonewash going
style.
on.
I'm not
So I
getting
noticed
jean shamed.
someone posted a picture of us at this event, and Kevin's wearing the jeans, and someone
jeans.
wrote under it, does Kevin think he's Captain Morgan or something? Is that because of the jeans? Is that like a Captain Morgan thing? Does he wear those jeans? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, he kind
Kevin-
of looked like Chris Angel circa 2006.
You got to
Kevin-
keep up with the
jeans.
styles. You can't just sell jeans.
No.
from,
No.
like,
That's not in
19,
style, is it? There's no way that's in
2012.
style.
I
Sure,
can't keep
what
up
are
with
you
the
talking about?
styles because I can't pull off short shorts. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I want to wear my dad cargo shorts until the day I die. Thank you very
Just wear
much.
bicycle shorts now. They're coming back like the early 90s, just bicycle shorts.
They are.
That's what I do.
There, but no, I mean, okay. So first of all, we are sorry we're late, guys, because
Yes.
we were at the Prison of Profit, and Carrie was doing. I don't know. He's always got some excuse. What was your excuse on Monday?
I wanted
yesterday?
to do the meet and greet.
Oh, the
last
meet and
night.
greet. Yeah, boss. So we're all doing events, and so we're one day late. And if all goes well, I'll edit this and get it up tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get it up tomorrow. Is what Kevin said. But hopefully, I get the podcast loaded tomorrow as well. What Kevin looks
Because of what I
confused.
said. What did I say?
Oh, he's so confused. Carrie, you got it right.
Yeah, you said hope something about getting it up. That's all I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
We have not said one thing reselling.
let's
We
talk
did no.
reselling.
Podcast.
We
Let's
went to
talk
these
reselling.
events. Went to these events. Okay.
These events.
Okay, so after we ate all the food and got little farts and all that stuff,
Big farts.
me and Kevin went to bed in separate rooms. And
No,
oh
no.
no, before that, wait,
I went
I'm so
out.
confused. You went
I
out
went out.
partying to a piano bar.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
And could
Actually,
not hear the
Kevin,
people next to us at that place either.
I
It
left
was-
a
it was
whole
tough.
day. Isn't it funny how my brain skipped the entire reselling portion of this trip where we went yard sailing together? Like
Yeah. Oh, that's
Saturday
right.
morning,
Forgot
yeah.
to tell you about that.
Saturday
Good.
morning we went yard sailing together
I was
with
hoping
Eric,
to go with
OBX
John
Picker.
while we were down there, but
got in
unfortunately he
very
came
late,
in
yeah.
on Saturday, and so I got stuck with Dave.
Yeah, and my favorite find, as silly as it was a bunch of Hallmark singing snowmen plushes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know those,
Nice.
Carrie? Like the little... It was those and a bunch of Jemmy plushes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've
Jemmy
been
and...
looking for Jimmy a lot lately.
Yeah.
So it's a good
And-
brand. Look out for it.
And I
Seriously,
listed
will.
them all. I listed them all tonight. All those snowmen, Kevin, sell for
Yeah.
$20 a piece.
Yeah,
and
no
I got,
doubt.
I think,
and you
5
had
of them.
Frosty in there.
Yep. And I got a twerking Santa from Jemmy, which sells for like 15. I got a What Does the Fox Say from Jemmy that sells for 12. Actually, it sells
What
for
does
20.
he say? Nobody knows.
He says, bow, 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 bow. All that stuff.
There we go. Keeping it.
Anyways, whole
topical.
table of singing, dancing plushies for $20.
It was
really
interesting
cool
because
buy.
we were out there with Eric OBX Picker too, and so you'd go up to these sales, and there's like a sale here, sale here, sale, and you like scan and look out and say, all right, I'm going to go to this one, this one. I saw that table, Dave. I saw that, and I'm like, But I decided to go to that one a little farther back, and that was a bust. I got one thing.
That guy a little farther back had good stuff. He just was overpriced.
Just overpriced.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
it. You got it for sure.
So no, it was
Something-
good.
It's something they don't talk about when a bunch of pickers go to a yard sale. You got to pick a section, and it's sometimes a bust. And Dave stumbles
Well,
into stuff.
I will
No,
tell
Oh,
you-
Kevin got me good on one of the sales too, though, with the records, right?
Okay, yeah. So it's kind of tough because Dave's driving, right? So I feel bad. I don't want to get in front of him because the person that's driving is they're driving, right? You don't want to leave them with nothing.
You're already scared to death because he's.
But I will tell you that one
Yeah.
sale, I spotted a table full of records from the car, and I'm like, I'm not waiting for this.
No,
one.
he booked it. He booked it. By the time I got there, he was already negotiating for him, and I was like, ah. And it was like all classic rock. It was probably 140 records plus.
You've never seen
something like that.
Faster man than Kevin when he sees something. He's in those pants. Imagine him, just the hips swiveling, and he's just kind of just waddling his way over there. He's fast.
And he doesn't even have 3 degrees, so he can't do it as efficiently as Carrie.
I wasn't going to mention it, but he doesn't.
You have some number of degrees, don't you?
I have one.
So my friend Brandon had 2 degrees, and it still took him 3 years to get a teaching job.
Well, I was the last. Everybody gets a social studies degree after. I got a history degree, and then
Social
was good.
Security, is that what you said?
Me too.
So I could only teach history, which was a great thing because all the other teachers come in with all these degrees, and they give them like 4 classes. Government and economics and whatever, and I wasn't qualified. I could only teach history, so that was a blessing.
Well, that's because of the restraining order.
Hardly qualified for that.
Restraining order. Yeah.
The restraining order. Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. No,
I was
you
just
go.
going to say about the yard sales. It was interesting to see. We weren't hitting home runs down there, but we definitely all 3 did pretty good. Eric come up with some good stuff too. So it was. I keep saying it every time you go out with a bunch of pickers find stuff.
Yeah.
Every single time, even if they're together.
The only time I did feel like, oh man, if I was alone, I would have gotten it all was the records. That was the only time, and I'm sure you probably felt similar with the
Dungeons and Dragons and those stuff.
I know, it's so funny because we go to this other sale,
and you went to the first
Kevin
one,
was out fast again, but
no,
I was behind you. I was behind you, though. I was behind you, but I stopped and you didn't. That was the real thing, right? I was a couple steps behind Kevin. And there's 3 booths, basically. I skipped the first one because it's baked goods. I figured I'd eat all those later. I go to the second booth, and I stopped there because there's, I saw an MCM mushroom thing, right?
And
like
if I would have saw that going by, I would have stopped there. So
that's literally why I stopped, because I saw this MCM mushroom. I pick it up to grab it. I go, okay, I'm going to go see what Kevin's doing. I negotiated with her, so I got it for 50 cents. And then I walked to where Kevin is. I didn't even look at the rest. It was like this big, yeah. I mean, like 12 inches. Yeah, it was a great deal.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Kevin was saying I might be able to sell for like 30 potentially.
25,
30. But anyways, so I go to see what Kevin's found, and I see Eric over at a big pile of bows, like all this bows, Onkyo bows, like a lot of good brands. And Kevin's already holding all these Dungeons and Dragon things that he's already bought for like, what'd you pay for all those?
15 for the whole 6 box. It's probably $400 worth of stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, you definitely would get more if you're alone, but it's less fun.
Almost fake or set up, even. That's what I would say,
well, it was.
Well, I mean, hey, we were at Uncle Mark's garage sale, and you got to that sale, and you cleaned it out before anybody even got there.
When are you going to get those videos up? Like in next year? Or?
The church one. I put all the Uncle Mark garage sale videos
you
out.
Did?
Yeah,
I got the craziest comment today. Okay, finish your thought.
Just for saying that, Carrie, I have a video that we just talked about with Dave. I'm going to put that out, and I'm not even going to touch the 127 stuff till like January.
Well, and it's funny.
127 by the time you put them out.
Because Kevin and Carrie have kind of tricked the audience. I put out a video, and that video was about the 127. And I got a comment that said, it's ridiculous that you're still showing 127. You need to get up to current videos. Kevin and Carrie are already done posting 127. And I'm like, that's because they never posted it.
No, I posted
right.
You posted a little. You posted a little, yeah. But
I literally did a video, since I didn't, because I looked at my videos and I was kind of depressed because I'm like, man, I don't find anything. I just wander around and watch you guys.
Yeah, you did.
Which is kind of true.
I posted day 1 of 127 with Matt Thrifter Shifter. And I posted the very first sale from day 2, which was the massive vintage sale, which was killer, which nobody watched.
That was day 3
on YouTube.
But yeah,
that's right. No, that was day 3. Right, yep. I skipped day 2.
You skipped my day. Yeah, you skipped my day.
Okay,
yeah.
I got it.
Bad for ratings.
All right, Gary. So go back. I wanted to hear you finish that thought. Kevin so rudely interrupted you.
No. Kevin had something important to say apparently. So
well, he knows his time is limited on Earth compared to ours.
Gotta get it out quick. No, but I swear I did one video where the only find was you finding stuff. I'm like, it really doesn't matter because it's just
a
about
fine's a fine.
entertainment, and it worked. It was like my best video was the one where you found the knives, and you already did that.
Ooh, what did the comments say? Were people really proud of me?
No, but yeah, everybody was like, nobody cared because like, but to be honest, it motivated me. I'm like, dude, I know how to pick. You guys all know I can pick. I hope. But I'm like,
I haven't seen proof of that yet, but sure.
Let's just assume I can.
He can pick cards out of a box one at a time.
Well, yeah,
I believe with all my heart that Dawn can pick.
I mean, I just want to say on record that this is very hurtful, and I wish you would have made me aware of this
I have
earlier.
a basement full
Do
of
the
stuff,
degrees
Dave.
offer no protection from the hurt?
No, dude. They actually make me more vulnerable because I know
Because you're a soft college kid?
Yeah,
Got it.
part of this.
Dave,
We all know the reason
foil.
he was in college for so long was so that he could stay on his parents' insurance and not move out. Let's be real.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I was like, job force or just another semester of learning about Genghis Khan, and I chose Genghis Khan.
Okay, Kevin, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a basement full of stuff that they left here because they couldn't take it home, and I'm looking at it and like Carrie picked none of this. All of it was from Dawn. Dawn picked all of it. The whole thing. Man. My wife.
Well, I don't think Carrie can't pick. I think his was just like a little broken on the road trip because he was so worried about space that his like picking brain was turned off. That's the way I like to look at it.
I don't know what it was. I definitely wasn't like, I don't know. I think I've been honestly probably a little burnt out for a while too. I think I've been struggling with that, and I'm focusing on things I like, which are cards, and I don't know how many people are interested in that, and it's definitely not a $5,000 find at a garage sale. It's like, hey, I'm super excited about this Jose Canseco I paid $2 for that's worth $1.50. You know, that's not compelling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was actually super motivated. I'll be honest. I was super motivated by our dolphin friend, Kat the Nurse Flipper.
Yes.
She was talking to me and Elijah and showing me her 90-day total, and she's selling like 15 grand a month, dude, on eBay. 15 grand a month.
Not counting Whatnot. She's killing it on Whatnot. Right
like,
now.
I always talk about, like, oh, maybe one day I'll quit if I can, like, make enough money. Well, if I just listed as much as Kat and her team, and she has a team, she has people helping her list. So
there you go, right there.
That's a big difference.
Plus, she spent 12 grand to get that stuff, so you know.
Maybe I don't know. All I'm saying is that here's the thing that motivated me is I know 12 months ago my 90-day total was 25,000, and now it's like 8,000. So I know I can do better. Is basically like it seems like every time I go to these events, I accidentally get motivated. You know, obviously not from the boring panels or anything like that.
There you go. It's worth it, right?
But like talking to other resellers that are actually good at reselling, you know, unlike some people I talk to, it definitely made me realize like there's so much more opportunity if I would just like step up my game. But really, it's like what Carrie was saying is like you got to list it, and he's just listing $1 cards. So
that's not entirely true. I do that because I enjoy it. But no, I've talked about nerding out about the cards the last couple of weeks. I won't talk too much about that, but my listings were under 1,000 just like 2 weeks ago, and I'm at 1,500 now. So
yeah, that machine is making it super fast.
Yeah, it is. It is the AI. I have total confidence in artificial intelligence to help me succeed. If not, I'm screwed. You know, I figure if I get in good with them now, when they start choosing who gets to stick around, I'll be one of their choices.
That's a good point. Yeah, like you have to be fully like basically rely on them for everything. Carrie.
Oh yeah,
everything.
Yeah, I would love to just be carried
Give them
around
your
like
full...
Uncle Steve does with Kevin.
They'll wipe your butt, like everything.
Like,
they're just
put your arms up. I'm ready. Go, and then you just get carried away.
So what
I have anybody to assist me this week, Dave? And
no, just me.
Good.
Just
How did
me.
you do it?
Yeah.
It was rough. Dave stopped every 3 minutes to go to the bathroom and eat.
That is true.
Dude, I have a microbladder and a giant tummy, so combined, you know.
Dave, that's one thing. If you hang out with Dave, you're going to be hanging outside of a men's room a lot.
Yeah, I love peeing. Satisfying.
We met a guy at who kind of knew us a little bit at a garage sale, and his price was the most overpriced stuff I've seen in a garage sale.
Let's be honest. Sure. He didn't know us. He knew Julian.
I know exactly Julian. He must have said Julian, the Bearded Thrift Machine's name, like 7 times. It's good. He's like Julian. I'm like, Julian, like the Bearded Thrift Machine. He loved that guy. Julian, if you listen. He's your number one fan.
We know his address, too, if you want to go visit him.
Yeah.
Just knock on his door and make his day. Sign his baby.
Night.
Yeah. But no, I would say that I got so motivated, guys, that I've actually listed 2 days in a row.
What?
Personally listed. And I think So my new goal is for me personally to list an hour
On
a
eBay?
day. 1 hour a
An
day.
hour a day. So not a number.
So not like a real amount to make a
No, for
difference.
me, like, the number is so, like, deceiving for me because, like, I have so limited time.
Yeah.
And I can't get caught up in the number, right? Like,
Yeah,
if I'm
for you,
listing
it's
those
probably
plush,
right?
if I'm listing those plush, I got 14 listed. 14 plush and things listed today.
So that's all?
And yesterday I listed, like, 25 laser discs and records, right?
Pretty good, actually.
In an hour. And so, like, it depends on the items, but I just know I don't really have more than an hour on a work day. Because I'm thinking on work days, just do 1 hour each work day as part of my work schedule, right? Like, as soon as I'm done working, do an hour of listing. And I want to see the difference it makes in my store. And we'll see. I mean, I'm just sick of, like, these $120 and $40 eBay payouts. Like, hey, eBay has sent you $38. Why?
Oh, they can send you more than $38 at a time?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had
I miss
crazy
it.
sales, Dave. Crazy. When I was gone, I was there with you. Came back to insane sales. It might be the best weekend I've had in like 2 years.
What, like,
And I
20
wasn't even, the
sales?
store wasn't even open.
30 sales?
No, 71.
Wow.
71. Now I will say this. and this
Isn't that the year you graduated high school?
Yeah.
That's no. Dave, you hit the nail on the head. I think for you, it's an hour, right?
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's not how many listings. It needs to be how much money have I, how much gross have I listed? Because I've had all those sales because I'm just cherry picking the easy stuff to list because I'm just so busy. I don't have the time. And the sales are low. They're low. I mean, I had a couple really good ones, $65 or whatever, 50, but that's it. Everything else is $20, $10, $12. And I think for me, the goal needs to be amount of money. For some people, it needs to be the amount of items. I think for most people, it should be the gross total. What's your gross total for the day? How much have you listed? If you average 50% profit and you want to make $200 a day, you need to list $400 every day.
Yeah, I think that's
or
fair.
you could just list like $101 cards and be $300 shy of 400. I mean, that's also an option. I'm just saying.
That's a better option, actually.
I mean, think about it, Carrie. If you're listing by number, if you're not listing cards, 10 is like, okay, whatever. But if you're listing cards, you better list 50.
In all honesty, you're 100% right. Your focus should be on listing every day, but realistically, it should be about how much money you're listing a day. You're right. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I told you guys this, if you've watched any of my YouTube lately. It's blowing up. I'm very big there.
I've heard about that.
We found these Betsy Clark Hallmark cards.
Oh, yeah.
Like a stack of them for like $5 in Maryland on our trip. And we sold, I think, all but one set of them for over $500 in a week. Just selling lots at $20, $30, $40. I had no clue. I thought it was maybe $40 for the whole pile.
It's funny because you made some pretty terrible shorts talking about them being an okay find, but in reality, they were a really good find.
That's true. I did do a very, I'm good with those though. If you want a terrible short or TikTok,
I have been stumbling upon some of the worst TikToks ever. I sent you one, Carrie, I think, of this guy finding this Beanie Babies. And he was so legitimately excited about this Beanie Baby find. Like, spreading misinformation, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's the best find of my life. And he holds up a Beanie Baby. He's like, this one's worth $1,000. And he shows a sold comp. And it's like, oh, dude, it's not worth $1,000.
Doesn't understand how drugs are sold in 2022.
No. Listen, but let me tell you, on the flip side of that, Dave got motivated. I know you got motivated talking to my VHS guys there.
I did. I was talking about it on my Flipper video, and I know you watched that.
I did not.
But no, I talked also, like, that guy was just cool, kicking and punching or picking and punching. And his friend Lloyd, who's better at you than in Topgolf. Those two guys were like VHS collectors. And you talked to Lloyd, you talked to picking and punching too. He's the one who got all those cards, Carrie. It was that guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guy was cool.
Yeah, and so he does a lot of VHS, and he was kind of saying, like, and see, this is what I learned, right? This is a big thing I learned. Not only does Kevin have a resealer, he also has a watermark machine, because you don't sell it without the watermark. So he has like an HBO video watermark, he's got a Paramount watermark, and that's how he's getting the big bucks. It's not.
He's got like one of those old timey washers he can put all his money through to wash all his money. It's
exactly
old fashioned laundering.
So there's a lot going on for him to do his scam work, but it's it's working for him. And I basically
think about it, guys. born and raised in California, and he sounds like that. I'm just saying. Does it seem? It seems ridiculous, does it not?
He's part of MS-13. That's the mafia, right?
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Dude, they're in your area, right? Because I was watching a show about house flipping, and this guy, it kind of seems staged, but this guy, every time he like gets the house painted, MS-13 comes in and writes their name on the. It was actually that apartment you're in, I think.
Was that Property Brothers?
It was. I'd never heard of it before. It was something me and Elijah were watching in the hotel room. All right, so listen to this review from Goonswag. Good shoe cleaning banter with a touch of knowledge. Okay, there's a review on iTunes.
When did we talk about cleaning shoes?
No, we didn't. Good banter while he cleans shoes.
He's cleaning shoes, Carrie. Gotta be honest, never.
If I had 3 degrees, I might be able to figure that out.
Yeah, you're gonna resonate with this first part. Gotta be honest, never really enjoyed Dave's YouTube videos. Never really got into Kevin's either, though.
Yeah.
Too PG to keep me engaged. However, with the addition of Carrie and just enough poop talk, this is my favorite podcast. There's literally no competition, as this is the only podcast I listen to.
I'm bringing that edge.
You're bringing that edge.
Carrie's bringing the edge.
This is Guns N' Roses, and I'm Slash. I'm Slash. I'm the one with the top hat, bringing the sex appeal right here.
Is he the one that eats the chickens or whatever, or is that a different band?
I'm sure he's ate a chicken. I don't know. I don't know Slash that well.
I'm not a big fan of chicken. Maybe the thigh, but not the chicken breast.
Chicken is isn't it like the fish of the land?
Graham Dog's Antiques left us a review. I gotta say, these 3 knuckleheads host the most entertaining podcast that I listen to every week. As a reseller, I do find their podcast informative, but I love their banter back and forth. Keeps me laughing the whole show. Love them all. And Dave, I feel for you, as dairy products are the devil for me as well. Yes, I understand. Speaking of that, I'll be back in 20.
Yeah, I'm disappointed she found something informative in this podcast, because we tried desperately to keep Kevin in line, because Kevin always wants to spew out some weird fact that don't matter about reselling.
It doesn't matter.
Fact that don't matter. Fact
that
don't matter. There's that degree. Speaking.
That is the fact that don't matter.
How many monies do you have?
Did you understand what I said?
Yes.
It's effective communication. Yes. I learned that in college.
All right,
did you?
Oh,
go ahead.
This is my pet peeve. Is it a sell or is it a sale, Carrie?
It's a sale.
It's which one annoys you?
Sell.
Is that the one you use?
Sell. I'm hoping it's sell. Is it sell?
No, it's I just had a sale. It's a sale, but I have like half the people on YouTube just say I just had a sell, and they'll spit SELL. I just had a sell.
Well, so here's the real question: do you wait online or do you wait in line? Do you wait online or in line?
I usually skip the line. I get free tickets.
I wait in line. I wait in line, but a lot of people say I'm waiting online.
Well, if you're online, you might be waiting online.
No, not online like AOL, but like literally they call sitting in line being online.
I noticed Dante
Comment
said
below
buggy.
if you call online. If you call it online.
Dante said buggy. What do you say?
I say cart. But when I grew up, I called it a carriage. That's what they call it.
I call it my moving dumpster. My moving dumpster, because I just throw stuff in it.
Grams and Pops Vintage. This is probably Kevin's alt account. Why do I keep listening? This is the one show that gives you exactly what you paid for, meaning nothing. There will be no cash made from trash based on the contents of this podcast. You will, however, gain a surprising amount of knowledge on proctology from poop.
Here's the thing. We're not talking about trash to cash for you. We're talking about us spewing trash and us making marginal amounts of cash for Kevin. Kevin gets it all.
That's right. Speaking of trash, I just sold a box for $65 plus shipping.
Oh my gosh, why don't you brag about it?
You're so braggy all the time. Let me guess. A Nintendo box. Original Nintendo.
Box. Yeah.
Called it.
Was it a Rob the Robot box? The one that had the robot guy?
No, it's actually, they had 2 versions of that box, and I had the worst of the 2 versions, but I did have the styrofoam and paperwork, but it was like totally trashed.
Wow. To cash?
But my dad picked it up.
Do you feel guilty about that? You sold that to somebody and they wanted it?
He got it for free. He tricked an old lady into giving it to him for free.
Okay, tricked an old lady.
And then he sold it.
Hey, this is a good topic here. This is like a hairy tornado returning an item. Have you ever returned an item to a garage sale?
My mom has. My mom has many times, but I have not.
That sounds like your mom.
Why, have you, Kev?
Yeah, I have. Matt, Thrifter Sifter, put out a video where he actually did it in the video, and the video went viral, but they just tore him up.
Yeah.
So
why did he return it?
So I was at the 127. You were with me, actually. I don't know if you remember it, but you had a really nice find. You had an Uncle Steve type find, and I was talking to a guy.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was talking to a guy who was from my hometown in California, and it was a little odd to be in Tennessee. And I bought a leather jacket. I paid up for it a little bit because we were talking, and he's a good guy. And as I'm walking away, I'm looking at the back. I'm like, it's literally slit right down the. I mean, just completely cut right down the middle. And I'm like, daggone. I took it back, showed it to him. I'm like, hey, if you don't want it, I'll take it. Whatever. He's like, no. I bought other stuff too.
That's how many degrees I have, guys. That many.
Well, and the crazy part is Carrie actually had a razor knife in his pocket, and he slit it when you weren't looking.
No. I have a razor scooter, guys, because I can't technically drive ananymore.
Or even walk at this point.
I know.
Walking has eluded me.
I'm not legally allowed to drive a motor vehicle.
He's relied on the AI so much that walking is out of the question.
I'm like one of those guys in a Wall-E.
Wall-E, he's got the hover scooter.
I honestly zoned out of what you were saying, Kevin, to be honest. I don't want to
Basically, he touched this guy's butt at a yard sale and he got in trouble. He's not denying it, meaning it's true. Listen to this. Baja Blast of a Time. This is a review on iTunes. Okay, from the IA Phil. If you like middle school poop joke humor with a faint memory of reselling, then you're in the right place. One guy who actually knows something about reselling and two guys pretending they don't know anything, trying to keep him off topic. Absolutely hysterical podcast. Must listen for people who resell, but also have a sense of humor and life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a life. So you have to have a life to listen.
That was actually beautiful, honestly.
It was glorious. It wasn't the best, because there's also this one. Total waste of time not to listen. My life is so boring until I started listening to this podcast. After listening to this podcast for the first time, my life is full of sunshine and shiny unicorns pooping with the help of an anima man. If you're looking for reselling tips, you are on the wrong podcast. If you want to stay regular, this is a podcast for you.
True.
Dave is still trying to figure out, too. It always cuts off halfway. Hey, speaking of anima man and NC Piggies, did you see, like, the in memoriam vacation video for NC Piggy that went live on Facebook today?
Was it the one with the Enaman?
It was the Enaman and the NC Piggy, and they went to the park, and they had all these pictures together, and the NC Piggy pushed the Enaman off the high wall, and the Enaman was dead on the ground and all that.
I was really at the thing. I couldn't watch it, but I saw it. I was like, "What
beautiful.
is this?"
It's beautiful. I love it.
I want more of that. I want them to be arch rivals. Good versus evil, the evil empire versus the underdog. I love it.
Dude, there was one person that I gave, this was probably the best free NC Piggy I've ever given away in my life, but we're at breakfast and someone's wearing their NC Picker shirt. It was a fan, an actual fan of mine. I know Kevin doesn't call them fans, but she seemed to
Groupies.
be a fan.
He calls them groupies, by the way.
Yeah, he calls them groupies.
Viewers.
He calls them plebeians, I believe. Is what he calls them.
No. I'm surprised I know Carrie. No, all right.
I know big words.
We're all patricians here.
I minored in Greek. I'm good. Or Latin. They speak Latin? I don't know what they spoke.
Latin.
Dude, and she hasn't posted them yet, but she went out there. I gave her the piggy, okay, because she said she wanted to get one, but they keep selling out. I do have more live right now on my big cartel, www.ncpiggy.com. Go buy your NC Piggy before I run out again. But she basically, I give her the free piggy, and the whole weekend she's like putting him in these hilarious situations. She's like, she got him drunk. He's like sloshed and passed out. He signed the Reseller meetup T-shirt, Carrie. Like, he signed to NC Piggy. She got photo evidence. He took a picture like, actually, maybe this is it here. Oh, yeah, okay, here's a couple of them. Okay, let me show you these. I think I can share my screen.
I will describe it if you're on the audio podcast, okay?
Yeah, do that, because people want... Are you still... Actually, no. As a favor to us, you should all go subscribe or follow the audio podcast and just play it. You can turn your volume down.
Play it in the background,
Just play it, because we need to get some more views on the audio version, because it's really slacking, and it's
exactly. We need that DraftKings sponsorship or whatever they give you over there.
Yes. Okay, so here's her NC Piggy signing the thing that he's not supposed to sign. Yep. He's a total troublemaker.
Wait, does he have a silver pen, but it's signed in black marker?
No, that's silver. That's silver. Yeah, it's all silver.
I am colorblind.
Here he is at the bin store that we went to, which we should talk about, Kevin. We should talk about that bin store.
We should.
Then he's in the actual bins, which you're not supposed to be in the bins.
Look at your boy.
He's supporting.
With my handsome little lad who got her phone number, which weirded me out.
Is like 4 inches taller than Dave, by the way. Far more handsome, too.
No, I know.
No, he's a good-looking kid. He's like me when I was young. But yeah, he also got this lady's phone number, which I don't know how to feel about that because she's probably at least 4 times his age. But anyways, here he is with some cash. He found an envelope. He found a cash envelope. Dante's sticker. Yep. Here he is eating some cake.
That's what I would imagine the pig doing most of the time. Is eating cake.
She took so many of these hilarious pictures. Here's another one. Him at the pool.
He wasn't listing at any of them. He was sourcing on some, but never listing.
Here he is at the Marriott.
The pig eats cake, and Kevin tells them, let them eat cake. That's what Kevin says.
Here he is having a margarita.
Ooh.
He wanted to pose with these guys.
Is that Melvin and Steve?
That's Bob Marriott, I think. I don't know.
Bob and Winston Marriott.
Anyways, I want more of that, guys. If you get an NC Piggy, please, more of that. I love it.
Did you know there's an Instagram account that has Inaman Adventures that they post their Inaman everywhere? No, it's not.
I've seen quite a few videos with Inaman online.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's for.
It's weird. Don't Google that, by the way, guys. Don't Google Inima or Inaman.
No, don't do that.
All right, so I just got a message here. It's just a private message I probably shouldn't share, but I don't think he'd mind. And I don't understand. I had to go look. I was distracted, and it was from Matt from Part Time Pickers, and it says size doesn't matter. That's what the message says. I'm like, what? And then I had to go back. He was I thought he was commenting about the topic last week's podcast. And I'm like, listen to the podcast, but that's not what he was He was talking about my tiny little inflatable.
I thought you were going somewhere else with your tiny little. Okay.
I thought you would enjoy
I could probably add something to this edit.
There's a lot of angles we can take on this one, and they're all slightly askewed to the left.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, I do have a question. Speaking of inflatables, get back to reselling for 13 seconds, and you can go to your poop talk again. So
we're not at poop talk. We're at inflatable talk, which also is still in the inappropriate realm.
A ton of inflatables, Jimmy stuff. I used to find it all the time. And I found 2 this year. 2. That's how many.
When you say inflatable, what do you mean? Like for the pool?
No, like for the hot. Like I had a Woodstock and Snoopy Christmas inflatable.
I have one right behind me. I was just testing. It's I could show it to you. I'll show it to you.
Testing inflatables in the background?
Yeah, I always test inflatables in the background. Always. So talk about the bin store, Kevin. Talk about the bin store. So I didn't do too much shopping in the bin store. I did buy a pan because my son destroys the pans. He burns everything. So I'm like, I'll get one. For $7. Everything was $7.
Yeah, that's good. So I got it.
Could you pay with stuff with the bubble bucks? Would they take that?
No, I tell you, I was thinking about charging. There's $250 bubble bucks. It's $2.50. I'm like, I could probably sell them for $1.
Yeah.
Right? But no, I gave.
So I decided to go in like guns blazing, shop in the bin store.
And he did. Let me tell you,
and
he was like,
Dante put a bunch of hidden envelopes, right? A bunch of hidden envelopes. I think like 40 envelopes. There's only like 46 people shopping and 40 envelopes. So almost everyone had a shot at finding envelopes, but obviously, people take more than one because they're hidden in the bins and they might find more than one. And one person got 8 of them, which all fair play to him.
Really?
Yeah, someone got 8 supposedly. But to me, I think that's fine, right? If you want everyone to get one, you just hand it to them when they're walking in, right? Mm-hmm. Here's yours, here's yours, here. If you hide them in the bins, then someone's going to get more than other one. And some people are getting
goes the spoils.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, in my envelopes, I found 2. I gave them to Elijah. They both had stickers and a $20 bill. So, nice. $40, which was pretty cool. And then one of them had a little piece of paper. Carrie, you'd like this. You won an Oculus Quest. Yeah. You would have poo-pooed with delight. You would have had a little poo nugget on the ground next to your shoe. It's probably done. Pick up the little poo nugget next to your shoe and let's take a look at it. I want to see the color, the consistency.
You sure?
Yeah. Your dog already ate it, didn't he?
If my dog was here, he'd be whining in the background. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. But no, who won that? Thrifter Junkie? I can't be it.
I think her name is Dina.
Dina, but what's her channel name again? Lady Luck? Nope, it's not her. Thrift Junker? Junk in the thrift?
Something like that.
Dr. Junkenstein?
Like Dr. Junkenstein, yeah. But no, she won it.
I found 2 envelopes, Dave.
Oh, nice. How much was in them?
20. Well, I dropped one because I was showing somebody what the envelope looked like because they hadn't found one yet and they didn't know how big or whatever. So it was
And
like
Leroy Blood stole it.
And Leroy found it on the ground and he gave it to me. He's like, hey, I told
Leroy's
Dante
the best dude in the world.
Yeah, totally gave it to me. And so I bought him I don't know what he likes to drink.
What was in the envelope?
So wait, how much money did you get in the envelope? You're so
$20, and the one he found was $21. So I got $41.
After you saved $1, spent $1, and donated $1, you had like what, $36?
Actually, I bought him a drink for $10 later that night, and then I took the 30 that was left, and I bought one of those Prison of Profit T-shirts that Dante was selling. So.
Oh, I should have gotten one of those. Hey, and we tried to go get some adult Happy Meals after that.
Yes,
after the event, and we failed
because this was an event. This was a topic in the Let's Do Lunch podcast, and Carrie, in his very nice way, kind of
should have
shot
pwned
down
her
Rachel
a little better.
Strickland over there, yeah.
Rachel Strickland's like, you can't make any money. This is my Rachel impression. Sorry, Rachel. You can't make any money.
And she's right 99% of the time. Just FYI.
Selling McDonald's toys was the punchline there, and Carrie's like, yo, I just sold them yesterday. That's my Carrie impression.
What am I supposed to do, live?
Yep. No, yeah. And you were
not saying.
I wait to do that on the podcast.
Yeah. And dude, they've been going up in value. Like last I checked, Hamburglar's selling for $40, Carrie.
It's crazy.
Yes, because all the McDonald's sold out. They all ran out.
I'm
Carrie. We're sitting there, Carrie, with John, Cincinnati Picker, Whitney's there.
Name drop. Continue, please.
Yeah. I mean, but this is serious, and Dave's like, we're going to McDonald's to go get Happy Meal toys. I'm like, what are you talking about? And we did. We went to go get, and of course they were none there. So we got Taco Bell and brought it,
Because I literally back-to-back saw Instagram stories of you going to get Happy Meals, and the next story I saw was Dave, and you were getting Baja Blast, and I'm like, Dave is such a degenerate that he's totally messing everybody up. Dave's like, let's maybe top off the McDonald's with a Taco Bell.
We didn't get any McDonald's. That was the point.
I know. I didn't realize that at the time, though. I'm just thinking you were washing down your Baja Blast and Chalupa with a Big Mac.
Hamburglar's down to $22, but still, $22 ain't bad for a Happy Meal toy. I still can't find them. I still need Hamburglar, and I still need Birdie, and you need to buy your NC Piggy at ncpiggy.com.
Yeah, guys, or don't. I mean, it's totally an option.
I was the shill, which wasn't true. You just ripped me for it. Now you truly are the shill.
You rubbed off on me. You rubbed off on me.
Look
I know.
Look at him trying to do pity shilling right here. Oh, poor Kevin. Maybe you should buy an Enaman. I don't know.
Maybe you should just consider that. Yeah.
He's playing four-dimensional chess, guys. You gotta check this.
So this joke did not go over well. As you know, John and his wife foster.
Yes.
Foster, right?
Oh my gosh.
And so
did you do
Kevin.
A joke about that?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
About me.
So John's wife comes over, and I'm like, hey, I was just talking to Kevin, and he was wondering if he could get a foster kid just so that they'd list for him. Because they'll also earn money from fostering the kid, and then you'll earn money from the kid listing. She looked very offended. She didn't. She actually took it very well.
I think that's kind of funny. I mean, it is a good point, and I think Kevin's surely looked into it.
He's definitely done the math, is all I'm saying. Like this is how much food they would eat.
I don't need them.
And the kid cried himself to sleep that night. That just got sad.
I know.
Follow me on Pinterest, though. No, wait, what? Who's the shill?
Seriously, I'm almost at 1,000 on Pinterest. I don't know what
Dude, are you making money from that?
No.
You got to sign up for the Creator Fund.
Every time I hear,
but they don't
what's
offer
the deal?
money yet.
Every time I hear a Gary Vee video now, he's always mentioning Pinterest. Always. And
dude,
I'm like,
because they have this bonus program. Like if you get
100,
if you get 100, once you get in it, it usually is closed. But if you ever get in it and you get like 100 pins, then you'll get like a $300 bonus.
I don't even know how to use this.
I don't either.
It makes sense. I don't think Carrie does either, but he's
I have no
got
clue.
people
I just put my video up.
Carrie's getting 61,000 views a month right now on Pinterest.
Yeah, I'm at like 64,000.
I watch. Yeah, dude, the dude's famous. Did you do anything other than upload, Carrie?
I just upload. I don't
even understand how to upload.
69,000. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's impressive.
They made me pick my gender terms on Pinterest.
We're still wondering.
You didn't have gender. I look at your page and there's no gender. There's no sir. Sir.
you know,
I'm staying out of
Carrie.
this minefield.
I'm
not
all
saying a
genders.
word.
Well, what my point is, I'm trying to figure out why yours is set up different than mine. I'm trying to post it and trying to do whatever, and it's all screwy. I don't know what I'm doing. But
I don't
that's
know
a-
either,
that's
but
a-
we
I'm
know you
confused
don't
by
know what you're
Pinterest,
doing. You're very
honestly, yeah.
confused. We got this review. Why do I like this? I'm actually not sure why I even like this podcast. I would consider myself a moderate or better intelligence and should know better. I have learned literally nothing about reselling, and I don't enjoy bathroom humor. Well, you are in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But here I am every week, excited to listen to the next episode. What's worse is I now actually watch all 3 of their YouTubes. That's actually exactly what
I'm
we were
so
hoping.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
wasting a lot of time if you're watching the other 2, to be honest.
Yeah,
There's just
yeah.
a lot of filler words and stuff. No real substance. With me, it's straight to the point. What not to buy, followed by a funny joke, and that's it.
Last one, The Three Musketeers or Stooges. I haven't decided yet because work wasn't bad enough. I spend my Tuesdays listening to Kevin, Dave, and Carrie talk about reselling. In all reality, this podcast is 2 average resellers trying their hand at comedy and 1 professional reseller.
That's
It's
spot
actually
on.
partially true.
That is really
However,
true.
if you have nothing better to do with your time, this podcast is for you. And then it cuts off. I don't know how to read a full iTunes
Can we
review.
do
Yeah,
that as a
that's fair.
shirt, like trash to cash on the front, on the back, if you have nothing better to do with your time? That's a perfect
like it.
merch opportunity. I
Which
love
one
it.
was the funniest? Who wins the bubble wrap?
Ooh,
You guys
well,
gotta
I
pick,
forgot
you
that
know?
I was doing that. I forgot
Yeah, you
that I
were.
was
Forgot what the
picking.
other ones were.
I
Well,
think
liked
you
the
guys.
last one because they hit the nail on the head, but the
That was
first
spot
one was
on.
the first one was pretty good too. Read the first one again.
Oh, it's so long. Gotta be honest,
All
never
right,
really
no, I
enjoyed Dave or Kevin. Really, blah blah blah.
Oh,
and
I
then-
like this one because it's about me. And it's good.
Yeah, it's about how Carrie like stepped up the game.
Yeah,
And
let's
then
pick that
Graham
one.
Dog says that we're knuckleheads and that she gets diarrhea.
We all
let's
do.
go with
Diarrhea
the
is a
last
human
one. I don't like the
experience.
first one.
You like the
anymore.
last one? You like Jen's Magical Finds? Okay, Jen's Magical
Yeah.
Finds. Kevin chooses you.
Why
Just
does Kevin
like
get a unilaterally.
okay, fine. You choose because he's got less time. We talked about
Vote?
this.
Is this not a democracy?
Okay, Carrie, which one wins then?
Let's go with the first one.
You like the first
Dave,
one?
you're the
Okay.
tiebreaker.
Oh
You're the
my
tiebreaker,
gosh.
Dave, and remember, the podcast depends on your choice.
Uh,
Hey, let me read
Go
Marilyn's
with the
comment
last one, it's
from
fine.
the YouTube comments while you're deciding. She
No,
just
you know
wanted
what?
to
We'll
say-
do this. We'll do this. I'll buy you both bubble wrap. Goon Swag and Jen's Magical
Okay.
Finds.
There you
Email
go.
me, ncpicker35@gmail.com.
I want bubble wrap.
And I'm going to give away basically $100 worth of bubble wrap, 50 to each
wow.
of you,
Some
and,
for free.
you know,
Wow.
blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'll buy you like the $40 pack. We talked about it last week. But just email me, and I'll do a test to make sure you're really you. No scammers allowed.
Yeah, you're going to have to determine if this is a boat or a traffic light.
All right. Go ahead, Kevin. Read your comment.
That's funny. Oh, this is short. Marilyn Mack, who's awesome to my channel, by the way,
Miss Mary
just
Mack.
said that her favorite comment was Dave's dead hooker remark because that comes up.
We don't talk enough about dead hookers on the podcast. So I'm
It's
glad
true.
we got to get it
And
out.
that's not even potty humor, really. You know, so I think it's okay.
Everybody
It's
dies,
okay.
including hookers. We know this.
New Jersey
It's life.
Picker wants peanut butter next month, Carrie.
He hates peanut butter.
You guys don't realize, Tony, I hope you're okay with this, but I got paid $100 on one of my lives to do molasses. He literally Venmoed me $100 and said
Tony
molasses.
did or someone else did?
No, someone else. But Tony doesn't get to choose every month. What
Where's
I do.
our
Venmoed
cut?
you?
This was our
Seriously,
idea.
this
Where's
is-
our
This
cut?
is under the table.
All right, I'm taking
That's
that
some
money
bull
right
crap.
off the
Okay,
table.
take it
I
off.
was gonna say,
Take it
Thanks
off.
for telling me.
More
I
money I'm never
appreciate
gonna
it.
see. Woohoo!
Woo hoo woo. Okay, so yeah, I'll send them bubble wrap, and thank you for the reviews, guys. That really does help us. Also, like listening in audio as well, just putting it on in the background. My daughter's constantly putting on Ryan's toy review and just playing it in the background. Try that for our channels. You know, why not? Especially
Ryan,
Carrie,
that guy
he's
needs-
struggling
that
with his
family
channel.
needs more money. That's a struggling
Oh
YouTube
my gosh,
channel
they're
right
so
there.
rich. They're so rich, it's disgusting.
I want
So-
our own toy line.
Ryan's toy review.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Carrie, what we did at the bin store, I go in there and I'm ready to go. And I get a cart and I do what I see Dante do in his videos, and I just start grabbing stuff that looks semi-decent and putting it in the cart without looking it up. Because that's like the only way to succeed in these. And I fill the cart to like where it's overflowing. I'm grabbing envelopes. I'm just grabbing. And at the end of the day, when I looked up everything, I probably had like 350 worth of merchandise. And I paid 64. So definitely made some profit, more than the envelopes. So everyone was so focused on the envelopes, there was a lot of profit to be made as well.
They're
Kevin.
passing up those brand new sealed packs of.
But you were videoing, Dave. You were videoing.
I was videoing. I got some footage. I got to edit it. I don't know if I'll put it on my normal channel or my Flipper. Probably my Flipper. Or I could put it on my Shorts channel.
Put it on that one cook channel you do that's struggling.
Oh, that is struggling. But whatever, guys. Go watch World's Best Recipes on YouTube.
It's a good one,
No,
guys.
my
It's the
God.
world's best.
What in the world?
I'm really turning into a Kevin here.
Oh, my goodness.
Go watch Kevin's new channel, Kevin's House. It's a good one. It's about his life. It's really entertaining.
I haven't
It's recorded
promoted
easily.
one thing since I've been on this show today. I don't know what I'm even on this show for anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, I
What do you
know.
wanna
If you're not
talk
getting
about?
anything, yeah, go ahead, Kevin. This is the Kevin promotion hour. The next
gonna
hour will be
promote-
pure
Kevin, what do you-
promotion.
What,
I'm gonna
what
promote
got
the Daily
sponsored this week,
Cabbage.
Kevin?
The Daily Cabbage. I'll promote her. I love Kevin's dog. There you go.
Daily Cabbage is about to be in my Picker video, so she might get
Yeah.
some more followers. We'll see.
Yeah.
Follow Sarah. She's awesome. She knows Cabbage Patch. If you didn't get it from the
Mm-hmm.
name.
Yeah, we should find like a specialist in each category, and every time we go to yard sales, just call and be like, "Yo, I'm looking at cards from the '80s." I try to do that with Carrie, but he's always asleep
Oh.
when I go to yard sales.
Yeah, don't go to yard sales at 6 a.m. when I'm in Pacific Standard Time. I just barely went to sleep.
It's specific standard time.
Specific.
Standard.
Okay, that hurt my feelings, and I
What
just hiccuped.
What were you gonna say about cards, Kevin?
I don't know. It wasn't about cards. It's my uncle called me and he's like, "Oh, I found a bunch of records." He started naming off titles, and he's like, "I called my record guy buddy to see if he'd want them." I'm like, "Why didn't you just call me, man? I would have told you to buy them all and give them to me." Probably $3,000 worth of records,
Wow.
and he gave them away. Like,
I
dude,
hate
what are
people
you
who
I mean,
give
if you
doing?
things
need it.
away.
At this point, do you need more money, Kevin? Do you need more money?
Oh my gosh!
Do
Yeah,
you?
it's so. Hey, speaking of that,
At
thank
what
you guys
point
for
is it too
watching.
much?
Thank you guys for watching this week's Trash to Cash. We're cutting it short this week. We'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe.